Okay, so I'm not going to draw out everything here, but so we can now just go in and I have my basic drawing here, and we're just gonna either go in with our brush or our rag and just wipe out the areas of light. So we're separating light from shadow at this point. And working this way, you're gonna find like it's real easy to start building up the forms. Like I'm doing very minimal amount of work right now. I'm just wiping out the areas of lighter values. And so quickly I'm establishing, starting to establish some of that three-dimensionality. We can get some nice soft blends using this method very quickly and effortlessly. All right, and then for the areas that are really white, like almost the white of the canvas, this is a marble bust, so obviously the it's not the skin tone color of a human being. If you want to get it all the way down to white, you can just use the water, which acts as the thinner. Right, so I just dipped my rag in my cup of water here, and then you'll see that really just takes it down to the white of the canvas. So yeah, so you can really carve out those edges. Now working with the thinner, so like if you're adding water into it, it is going to make the oil paint a little bit hard to manipulate because it's going to dry it out, so it won't stay wet as long. So when you start to try to like pull away areas, it's going to make it set, so it's going to be a little bit harder to pull those values away. So you'll probably have to go to a scraper, like actually scrape it away. But yeah, if we really want to get this down to the bare canvas, scraping it. But I wouldn't worry too much about getting it to like the white of the canvas, as long as it's, I would say, like stained like this. It's probably good. It'll actually look more realistic anyways. right? Because no one's skin is white like that. So you just wipe it and you move to a clean area of the rag. Yeah, but this method is really nice for blends, like getting some really soft blends without working in any white paint, which can make it difficult for beginners. Anywho, you're gonna keep refining this, and then the main thing to really look out for is like the values in all of the light areas. They're important to get correct, but the most important thing that's going to really sell the illusion of volume, right, like the three-dimensionality, is getting the correct edges where the shadow meets the light. So where the shadow meets the light, we can think of sort of like a corner. And depending on how soft it is going to tell our brain how quickly the planes on the form are moving away from the light or towards the light. So really getting the softness is going to be one of the more time-consuming, challenging parts, really, of painting. So let's just take, for instance, I don't know, this area right here. So when I work into it, we have this cast shadow. So I know that we have a nice crisp edge that the shadow's casting. And then as it goes down, it just goes into, we get a lost edge where it starts to get so soft and dark that it just fades away. Like it just fades into the actual shadow. So it's darker here. I'm gonna start to build up so we can come in and darken up well, I'll just darken this up. The cast shadow here comes down. So we just want to make sure that we get where the shadow and light meet. We want to make sure that we get that correct, like the profile of the shadow. So I'm getting a little distracted here. I'm just trying to put this in. Okay, so we need to make sure that the softness of this part and then going down into the area where we just completely lose the edge, make sure that we get that right. And this is a little bit darker than the burnt sienna, so if you wanted to come in with some black and just like boost that or darken that area, by all means. But the main thing is to convey the form, we need to have this just become a lost edge where we can't even, we can't make out an edge in any way. And then right about here, it starts to come back into view. So and then up here, so we need to soften this. So we can sort of just like dab. Just keep dabbing until we get to the correct softness. And then, right, like the whole way up here, we're gonna make sure that we're looking at the correct amount of roundness from the transition of shadow into the light. So we have these like fuzzy, soft edges. So you're gonna have to take some time and just really work those values up